Well, today I'm going to talk about this thing here. This is, let me get the name here in focus. This is the Chuwi Hi8 dual boot Windows 10 and Android 4.4.4 8-inch tablet. Now, why did I get this? Well, no reason really. I'm probably going to sell it. It's the reason I got it was somebody actually asked me to look out for a tablet for them, and they had a very limited budget. This is about between 80 and 100 US. I got this from King Souk from Dubai. Now, why did I choose Chuwi over any other brand, you may ask? And I will tell you, the reason I did choose Chuwi was that I actually had one of their tablets before. I had the 12.2 inch Chuwi Hi 12, which was their kind of homage to the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro, which I had as well. And when I got rid of that Pro, I saw the Chuwi Hi 12 and I fancied it, and I bought it, and I'll be honest with you, I think I paid about $270, and I thought that it was an excellent tab. It had a 2K screen, and that 12.2 inch, it was excellent. The build quality was brilliant, etc, etc. So anyway, so getting back to this Hi8, the person who asked me to find them a tablet, I just, with their budget, I thought, okay, let's give this a shot. So I have it in the obviously, if you can see here, I have it in the Windows mode. I'll try and show it horizontally, as you can see. I put it into Windows mode first. Now, I'll give you the specs of this before I get into it. It's, oh, there we go, just trying to keep in focus. As you can see at the bottom there, it has an Intel quad-core Atom processor, which is 2.16 gigahertz. It's 2 GB of RAM, and it has a 32 GB, I'm just focusing the camera here, 32 GB of internal memory, and I'll get into that later on to let you know my feelings about it. It also has Bluetooth Wi-Fi, and you can put a SD card up to 68, although I did read somewhere you can put 128 GB SD card. Okay, so that is the specification. Now, on first kind of glance, this thing looks a wee bit like a Samsung Galaxy Tab. This is an 8-inch screen, and the screen will, the resolution on this is slightly unusual. It is 1920 by 1200, so it's full HD. The screen is brilliant for the price. It's phenomenal. So really, I'll say that right at the outset. The screen is absolutely brilliant, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Okay, so this 8-inch, so look, it's plastic. Okay, but it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't look that bad. It's a bit thicker. It's got this kind of like faux metal, or maybe it is metal. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Round the edges. Let me try and focus in a bit more here. Can I do it? Oh, can I? Sorry. Right, so it's got that kind of metal-y strip round it. It looks okay. It really looks like a slightly fatter Samsung Galaxy Tab, one of the cheaper ones, and it's plasticky. But what are you going to expect for $80? So have your expectations and set at a certain level. But when we get into it, you will see that this is actually a pretty good tablet. Now I just opened this to see if I could show you. Right, so let's first of all address the memory situation. I'll just see if I can focus that there. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay, so that's free memory on Windows, and it's not brilliant. Okay, so Windows partition is only, it takes up 18, nearly 19 GB, and it's only has about 10 GB free. Okay, so look, that's the problem with these dual boot tablets, is really the minimum that they should, the minimum internal storage that they should give you is 64 GB. Okay, because 32 GB just isn't enough. But again, Alan, if you look at the cost, and for most people not really going to be using Windows that much, they'll be buying this for Android. I think that you will agree that it's still a bit of a bargain. Now, the Windows works pretty good. It's Windows 10, and it works pretty good. Let me just close up here that I had opened. I haven't noticed any lag at all. Now, would I really use Windows? Well, for me, probably I won't. I mean, look, you could in theory use this for traveling and doing some very basic laptop work if you had a Bluetooth keyboard. So yeah, and I think with the landscape of this 8-inch screen, yeah, I could see you could doing some light office work, definitely. So for some people, I mean, it may be handy. For me, it's not really something that I'm going to use that much if I had this tablet. Okay, so I didn't notice any lag or anything with regards to the operation of Windows 10. So really, Windows 10 for $80, you know, I think it's fine. You still have that 8 GB free. You can attach extra memory. I'm assuming with the OTG cable that comes in the box, you'll be able to attach a external hard disk as well, not just the SD card. So that could be of use to some people. So as I said, the screen, I think, and it's really difficult to see here, but I think the quality of this screen is really, really, really good. Now, of course, it's a cheaper panel, and I don't think it's OG. It's all laminated like that one glass solution. I think I see some space here, but between the glass and the LCD, or the digitizer and the LCD beneath it, you can see a wee bit of space here. But you know, again, I'm looking at the price, and I'm looking at this screen as, you know, as a whole, and I really do think that it is pretty good. So let me just, you will see here, to boot into Android, you will see up here, I can show you it, it has an app, and I'm going to boot into Android by double clicking on this. He says, hopefully, are you going to switch to Android OS? Okay, so I'm going to switch to it. Now, I'll just give you my quick opinion on Windows 10 for tablets, if anybody wants to listen. I really think that Windows and Microsoft really shot themselves in the foot. I think they had an opportunity to really make a go of having an x86 based tablet Windows version, not Windows RT, which wasn't that bad, but of course you couldn't install normal Windows programs on it. I think they could have done a lighter version of a Windows that was totally finger friendly, and not like Windows 8 or Windows 10 where there's some friendly elements, but the most part you still need to have a keyboard or a mouse. I cannot believe that a company the size of Windows, with all the boffins at Microsoft and with all the boffins that they have there, that they could not work out how to make a decent tablet operating system. It's beyond me. And you know, I think they could have easily have they could have been like top if they'd had a decent light operating system that you could install Windows programs on and was finger friendly. That's my opinion. If anybody agrees and they don't agree, well, what can I say? So you're lost, Microsoft. Okay, so anyway, I'm on to the Android here, and you can see, if you can, I know there's a bit of reflection here, but I put this colourful screensaver on it because and it may be slightly difficult to see it, but you know, the colours here really are popping. I think they're excellent. I'm really impressed with this screen. Okay, and for the price that you would pay, okay, if it's not that OGS one glass solution and it's whatever, there's a wee bit of space that you can see, it's hard to show you between the digitizer and you know, again, it's you're not really going to notice it much. This screen, I think, looks phenomenal. So I found that the 2 GB of RAM, well, first of all, let me just talk about the Android. Okay, I'm not sure why they didn't have at least Android 5. I doubt it. I'd be surprised if we'll get any updates, but who knows? You never know with Chuwi. Maybe we'll get something. But I would have at least preferred Android 5. But, well, what can you do? It's $80. I did my trusty Antutu, and I think you may be surprised at the score here. Can you see it? Hold on. Let me try and get it in focus. Wow. Yeah, 54,000 on Antutu. So, I mean, that's a brilliant score. Is it accurate? I don't know, but why wouldn't it be? It's an excellent score. So, you know, you're definitely going to be able to play games and stuff on this. Now, I'll just look at the go into the settings here a minute. I'm trying not to get the reflection. Storage. Okay, so available storage space is only 6.5 GB. Okay, so you are going to be limited. Now, you, of course, with an SD card inside this, you can look at moving all your media, whatever, onto the SD card, and then looking for apps that you can move to the SD card and install there, because really, if that storage space, if you're going to download some games, etc., is going to run out quite quickly. That 6 gigs not very much. Again, if this was going to be used for say traveling, for, you know, you could be holding your media, I think it'd be great for watching movies. I really like this 8-inch really wide screen. It's not 8 inches like like the iPad mini, which is a bit fatter and shorter. This is 8-inch length. I think this would be really good for watching movies and stuff like that. Also, get your Adobe Reader on there, get your Moon Plus Reader on there. I think it'd be good for reading your ebooks as well. So I think as a solution for traveling, this, and for $80, I think would really is a really good buy. I am impressed with it. Now, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and I read reviews that people were complaining that when watching YouTube it gets a bit hot. Well, you know, all my phones get a bit hot depending on what I'm doing with them. So again, I'm going to look at the price. I'm going to think about using this on the go, and if it eventually got dropped, broken, stolen, if I was traveling, it's only $80, and I'm not going to cry too much about that. So I mean, I'm quite impressed all in all with this tablet, and I think that it is definitely worth anybody's consideration. I know they actually have the Hi8 Pro now, which I'm not sure what the difference is, because the spec didn't look that much different. I don't even think it had more RAM, but there was something different about it, but the resolution was the same. So whether you go for the Hi8 or the Hi8 Pro, this one is about a year old, or more than a year old now, so you may be able to find it at a half decent price. I think that I think Chuwi, what they've done really well is that they have made a very, very nice screen at a very affordable price. I've not noticed any lag at all using the Android. Now, of course, you could complain about the storage, and I'm not going to. Again, you know, I knew about that before I bought the thing. I do believe that any manufacturer should be looking at 64 GB minimum internal storage. I mean, I like the idea of dual boot, cheap dual boot tablets, but come on, give us more internal storage, please. Chuwi, are you listening? Now you can see I don't have, my hands are relatively big, and I mean it fits okay in one hand. I'm trying to not show the overhead light here. I think that you can see here that it's a pretty decent size. So would I recommend it? Yeah, if you were on a very limited budget and you fancied having a dual boot, you wanted to use Windows occasionally, but mostly you were going to use Android, you were looking for a really, really nice screen for that kind of price, then yeah, I would recommend you buy it. I think this is a bargain. I mean, it's a wee bit cheap feeling, you know, the plasticky, but I mean, it's no different from like a Samsung. And I think the screen on the Samsungs that I've seen, certainly 7-inch ones, this screen is far superior. And really, these colours, it's very difficult to see, and I'm using my Nikon D5300 to record this. I'm hoping that it'll give you an idea, but these colours are really popping. With the Intel processor giving you that good score on Antutu, even if it's not that accurate, I think that you'll be able to watch decent enough videos, HD videos. You'll be able to play some decent games. Good for using as an e-book, and an all-round media tablet at a very, very low price. I don't think you could go wrong. You know, this would, if you wanted to give me this as a gift for my Christmas, I would take it. I think Chuwi have done a really good job. For this price point. There is a lot more slightly more expensive tablets that I don't think look as good as this. The screen, that is, okay, they might have the one glass solution, don't have that bit of space between the digitizer and LCD, but as I said, you don't really notice it that much. So your kind of eyes are like looking at these colours on this thing, and I won't just forget it, because I just noticed it there. The camera's crap. Okay, both. Who's taking photos with a tablet? Not me. Okay, the front camera is relatively poor, and it would be fine for basic Skyping or tangoing or whatever you want. So, you know, you're not buying this as your main shooter, are you? Don't think so. So, yep, that is my review of the Chuwi Hi8. I think for the price of it, I think the build quality is really good, but the outstanding thing is the screen. It's excellent, okay? It is relatively fast, good score of Antutu 54,000, and I really do think that it's worth $80 to $100. Any questions, comments, etc., etc., you know what to do. So, Chuwi, we like a lot. Okay, that's me. Bye.